Hello, 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 hello. Greetings, 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 and welcome. Greetings and welcome. Hope everybody's doing well today. Welcome, 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 welcome. Greetings and welcome. Greetings and welcome. Welcome to the live. Greetings, greetings, greetings. Welcome, welcome. Hope everybody's doing well. So today we're going to be talking about how to call your power back after narcissistic abuse. This is the focus. Welcome, welcome. Glad you're here. We're talking about getting your power back, how to get your power back, calling your power back after escaping narcissistic abuse. This is the focus today because narcissistic abuse takes away your power. And so focusing on how you get your power back after you escape narcissistic abuse is the topic, because narcissistic abuse trains you to give away your power. Narcissistic abuse trains you to give away your power. And after you've escaped it, you may still be used to giving your power away. And so what we're going to be talking about, greetings, live free. What we're going to be talking about today is how you get your power back after narcissistic abuse. How do you win yourself back after you've escaped narcissistic abuse? And what are the causes that lead to you giving away your power during narcissistic abuse? So we're going to be talking about getting your power back after narcissistic abuse. So to get started, see, narcissistic abuse is simply a power game. It's a power game between the overseer, the narcissist, and the slave, the empath. That's all it is. And the way narcissistic abuse is maintained by this overseer, the narcissist, tricking you into subjugation so they can control you and manifest extracting your energy for their purposes. And the way they control you is by making you feel like you have absolutely no power through word spells. And when you feel like you have no power, you begin to doubt the efficacy of yourself to assert your power, because asserting your power is independence, and independence is dangerous to the narcissist. So the narcissist conditions you to give away your power. So you find that if you're used to people pleasing, you're not used to using your own voice. You speak in a shrill voice, or yes, I can help you. You're always looking to help other people at your expense. These are all tricks that the narcissist uses to keep you trapped. I'm so glad, Amma, you're seeing it this way. So you begin to realize that part of waking up from narcissistic abuse is to realize that your voice has value, that your feelings have value, and you don't have to consent to anything that doesn't affirm your feeling of value and your consent to your being. Because narcissistic abuse invalidates your humanity. It invalidates your self-esteem. And it invalidates your ability to see yourself as a powerful being. Hi, welcome. Welcome. So you realize that the most revolutionary thing you can do when you escape from narcissistic abuse is to call back your power. And for a lot of empaths, calling back your power might feel unusual because you've never done it before. You've never looked at yourself as a person of power. And I mean power from a heart perspective, not from an egoic perspective. And calling back your power is a big leap for many empaths, because the empath has been programmed to give away your power, because not giving away your power means you're hurting somebody. This is how you've been conditioned to think about your power. So what does this mean, calling your power back? And what's the point of calling your power back? You see, the narcissist has an assumed superiority over you. And this assumed superiority comes from them misinterpreting your empathy as stupidity, as timidity, as temerity even. I mean, you realize that they use that feeling of superiority from your perceived inferiority to feed their nervous system. This is how they regulate themselves. And they regulate themselves to become this way. And they are this way because it requires them to have somebody on whom they have their knee on the neck all the time. So the narcissist cannot be alive until they have an empath that they are enslaving spiritually. So the spiritual slavery of narcissistic abuse is actually about life and death for the narcissist, which is why they encourage you, program you, and condition you to give away your power. It doesn't matter if it's your mother, your father, or your lover, your boyfriend, your fiance, your fiancée, your best friend, your neighbor. This is what they do. And the whole idea is greetings and welcome, Sochi. When you give away your power, you are no longer in your creative energy. And when you're not in your creative energy, you're not in your sovereignty. And if you're not in your sovereignty, you're not aligned to purpose. And if you're not aligned to purpose, you're not shining your light. And if you're not shining your light, that's a major victory for the dark side, which the narcissist represents. Do you see what I'm saying? So you realize that the whole game of calling your power back is the most revolutionary thing, because the moment you call your power back, the narcissist has no further control over you. You see? But until you call your power back, they continue to control and manipulate and abuse you even, because they trick you not to see your power. And when I say your power, I mean your self-esteem, that you are an amazing person, that you are lovable, that you are of worth. What they tell you is what they feel about themselves. You're nothing. Who's going to love you? They project their ill feelings onto you and take your power from you. How do they take your power from you? By saying things that put you down, by manipulating and gaslighting you. Anytime you feel put down and manipulated or gaslit, that is amazing energy for the narcissist. That gives them self-esteem for the day. Johanna, you said it. Accusations are definitely confessions. So you realize that when you get these accusations, which are confessions, as Johanna said, is your immediate notice to exit the relationship. Because so long as you remain there, the narcissist will gaslight you to give away your power. And what is your power? Your self-esteem, your love, your heart, your empathy, your energy. You know, like the saying goes, do not cast your pearl before swine. Do not cast your pearl before swine. You see, oh, John, you're going through a divorce. I'm so sorry to hear that. And congratulations. How did you do it? I want to hear more. And if you want to invite yourself, just speak up and we can talk more. And Larry, you're right. Projections are everywhere because people cannot deal with themselves. So they look for, because they feel powerless, they trick you to feel like you're powerless. And then you give them your power by being nice and okay. And that gives them a feeling of superiority, which they use to further take your power from you until you're completely drained. So escaping from narcissistic abuse requires calling your power back. Chesterfield, everything that is wrong with my ex, he said it was what I was. It's a projection. And the projection is designed to get you to give away your power. Because as an empath, when you're projected upon, you may think, oh, well, maybe I'm too much, so let me tone myself down. That's what the narcissist wants. You're not too much. Oh, maybe I'm too kind, so let me not shine too brightly. Exactly, Larry, you see it. You cannot unsee it. So it's a spiritual game that all narcissists play. Thank you, Larry. It's a spiritual game that all narcissists play. It doesn't matter whether you're in Azerbaijan or in Sweden or in the United States or in Ghana or South Africa, Australia. It's the same. That all narcissism works just like slavery. Because slavery depends on convincing you that you are better off under servitude than outside servitude. This is what the narcissist does to you. The narcissist tricks you to believe that you can't do better than them, when it is them that need you. John, I didn't have a good self-concept, so I had to heal. It's been a blessing, actually. Congratulations. It sounds like your divorce has been a good thing. And I'm sending you lots of good energy with dealing with this divorce, because divorcing a narcissist is no joke. You have to be ruthless and discipline, and have lawyers who understand what they call high conflict divorces. You never really say narcissism with a lawyer unless they really know it, because it doesn't really play in a court of law. But if you focus on high conflict divorces, a lawyer who's doing this, and I'm sure, Joanna, not to tell you what to do, I'm just sharing because I've been there. This is part of calling your power back. Exiting dynamics with a narcissist is the most powerful way to call your power back. Now, I know for some people, it's not easy to exit the dynamic because you still work with a narcissist. They may be your boss, or they may be your neighbor, they may be your child, they may be your roommate. And if you cannot exit now, think about how you begin to protect your power and your energy. Because the less exposure and less interface you have with the narcissistic dynamic, the more you're calling your power into being. Because anytime you allow yourself to engage with a narcissist, you're giving away your power on purpose without knowing it. Chesterfield, it's one hell of a fight against a narcissist, but you have to keep your truth. Exactly. And in which ways can one recharge? I still feel like I'm leaking energy somewhat. So the first thing is to call your power back in your energy and realize that there's nothing of benefit for you from engaging with a narcissistic relationship except to learn the lessons. Exactly. Let rotten fruit fall on its own. So wise, Joanna. Except to learn the lesson. And the lessons we all learn in narcissistic abuse vary based on our trauma and our calling. For some, the lesson will be self-worth. For some, it will be recognizing your value and stop giving your power away. It can be anything for anyone. And the moment you start to realize that even if you cannot exit the relationship right away, but you start to protect your energy and practice what the psychologists call yellow rock, which is a little humane but distant, or gray rock, which is completely uninterested, but giving functional responses, you begin to call your power back. And then also, Amma, you can engage in cord cutting meditations or cord cutting ceremonies where you release yourself energetically, mentally, and psychologically from the narcissistic dynamic. You begin to call your power back. And ultimately, when you call your power back, to ultimately free, it's important to forgive the narcissist, even if you don't want to reconcile with them. Because forgiveness does not mean reconciliation, Amma. Does this answer your question? There's nothing to be gained from being in a narcissistic relationship except to learn the lesson of why you went into the narcissistic relationship, fulfilling your generational curse. Larry, I have to exit because her mask dropped and the projections are very intense. How are you dealing with it, Larry? How are you dealing with it? What's happening to you? Tell me more. And Yellow Rock, transformational abundant love, basically, there are 3 strategies that are popularly recommended by therapists and coaches on how to deal with a narcissist. The first is no contact. So that's self-explanatory, but that may not be possible for other people, for many people. The second is Yellow Rock, which is for example, a Yellow Rock conversation entails not giving the narcissist full details about what you're about, but just answering functionally and politely. And then Gray Rock, which is simply just yes or no, right? Because you cannot avoid communicating with the narcissist, so you're limited to yes or no responses. For me, the most effective is no contact. But I recognize that this is not available to everyone. So depending on your situation, whether it's because you're in a workplace and you can't avoid these people, Yellow Rock might seem very appropriate. Transformational Rock, does that answer your question? And Amma, you're welcome. You're welcome. So this is how it works. My daughter had to get a restraining order. Oh my, transformational abandon. That is horrible. What happened? Larry, we separated and she took my 4 young girls. Do you have a parenting plan? This breaks my heart to read this. You see? Well, what's the deal now? How's your relationship with your daughters? Because your daughters will be programmed to become narcissists unless they know that we have an empathic father or parent who keeps us safe and who we can be safe with even though we have a narcissistic mother, that our father is not, Larry. I don't know what your situation is, but let me know. No contact is funny when it comes with no accountability. What do you mean? What do you mean no accountability? Say more. And she's trying to make me out to be the bad guy. I have to take her to court. Well, don't waste time, Larry. Be quick. Make sure everything is documented and on the level. Follow the law. And remember, when it comes to divorces, it's not what you know, it's what you can prove. It's not what you know. Trying to get sympathy is what you can prove. So going through a divorce with a narcissist and taking your power back requires discipline and boundaries. Because without discipline and boundaries, the narcissist will make it chaotic, and your court battle will be expensive and long, Larry. I don't know if this is connecting with you, Larry. Tell me if it is. But this is the whole game. With the narcissist, calling your power back really requires you to become disciplined. You know, I'm still in shock. I can't believe how much she can lie. Wisdom from beyond. Oh, don't be in shock. Lying for the narcissist is just like brushing your teeth or drinking water. They don't feel bad or think about it. It's just a means to an end. So the narcissist will lie willy-nilly without any thinking. They do it like it's nothing. And so the best way to defeat the narcissist's lie is to make sure that you are in no contact with yellow rock or gray rock, and you've called your power back, and you're no longer allowing them the opportunity to manipulate you through conversation or text. That you have to have strong boundaries. Wisdom from beyond. Chesterfield, I was dragged through family court by the knock for 9 years. It was hell, the energy they took. How did you survive this, Chesterfield? Is it over? What did you learn? What happened to you? How was it all played out? And they do lack accountability. And who's Severin Doran? Asking me if I work for Apple. I don't know what you're asking. Severin, you got to be clear. I don't know what you mean. Boundaries, boundaries, boundaries. User 864, etc., etc. That's exactly it. Because boundaries, let me tell you what a boundary is. A boundary is how you call your power back. A boundary is a revolutionary act of self-love, right? Who was saying on Facebook that I work for Apple? I don't know what you're talking about, Severin. You probably got the wrong person. So boundaries are an act of self-love. Wisdom from beyond. She has a husband and a son, and she told me that I was her brother. What do you mean? Chesterfield, it's over. He's not allowed to see his daughter. It was found I'm still healing. I'm so glad you're healing, because the most effective karma, the most effective karma for a narcissist is you rising to your power. As simple as that, right? It's as simple as that. I don't know who the Severin person is, so I have to block them. It's just distracting, asking me about Apple. Larry, my situation is definitely good versus evil. I see a glaze in the eye. It's powerful. You've seen it, and you can't unsee it because you're dealing with an entity. All narcissists are entity. I didn't know that a level of laziness, selfishness existed until here. This is what the narcissist came to show you, that you need to value yourself. User 864 ... Peace and happiness is how you defeat the narcissist and call your power back. Because a lot of people think karma is waiting to see what happens to the narcissist. No, Dawn Marie. Facts, you're right, they're an entity. Karma, the most effective karma you can give any narcissist is to genuinely forgive them and to improve your life in a way that was better than when you were with them. Bonjour, bonjour, bonjour. Ça va, ça va? So when they see this, it destroys them. Karma is not waiting to see if the narcissist is going to break a leg or if lightning is going to come down and strike them. Karma for the narcissist is leaving. Karma is calling your power back. Karma is saying to the narcissist, I don't consent. I do not consent. You stop consenting to the narcissist's shenanigans. This is what karma is. You see? Not all this business of wanting to see what happens to them. Forgiving the narcissist is the most revolutionary thing you can do. You see? Because the moment you do that, you've elevated your vibration to a place that the narcissist can't reach you. That's calling your power back. And when you call your power back, you better start dancing and celebrating like I'm about to do. You get me? Ooh, call your power back. Call your power back. Does the karma allow the narcissist a pathway towards healing? That's between them and the creator. This is how you defeat a narcissist, by being unbothered and living your life, counting your blessings. my vibe. You can't kill my vibe. They can't kill your vibe. They cannot kill your vibe. You see, this is how you do it. It made you stronger. A dark empath in the rise. I'm so glad to hear it. This is how you defeat the narcissist. By always being in a place of celebration. Dawn Marie, you always be in a place of celebration. You hear me? It doesn't matter what's happening in your life. Because when you start to celebrate, then the universe will give you things to celebrate. When you start to celebrate where you are right now. Thank you for my awareness. Thank you for revealing this to me. Because you see, being able to see narcissistic abuse and waking up to it is proof of your own spiritual power. Because most people cannot figure out what narcissism is. This is how clever and genius narcissistic abuse is. And so when it's revealed to you, and most people, if they realize they were actually dealing with demons, will lose their minds. But you went through it and you are here. You see, I understand I'm living with one until I sell my arm. He's wicked, but I'm not allowing him to. Lady Promise, I hear you. Place of celebration, Ramtres, you get me. You see, this is what it is. You must be celebrating every day, Dawn Marie. This is the whole game. Right? Live free. It had to get bad in order for us to see. But you see, you made it out, spiritual shampoo, and I'm celebrating you. Anybody who escapes from narcissistic abuse. Sochi, it's all good. This is what it is, Dawn Marie. Everything is spot on. I'm so glad. Vicky, how you feeling? You see, because dancing is actually an ancient somatic art of victory. When you're dancing, you're calling in victory. This is victory. You can't be sad when you're dancing. Even when you're sad and you start to dance, joy comes. When you start to dance, joy comes. And there's a joy that only you are responsible for. Exactly. Be singing and dancing all this spiritual shampoo. Oui, Luxavidina. Merci beaucoup. When you're dancing, you are actually in praise. You're calling in your manifestations, particularly if your dancing is backed by action, creative action. What do you mean, Lady Promise? The Fabrica way? I try to do my thing because I'm blessed by the Almighty within me. You know what I mean? We are love and light all day. We are love and light. And so when you're love and light, you be love and light, even if it's dark outside. You know, be love and light. Because when you're love and light, it accelerates karma for the narcissist and calls your power back to you. So the narcissist cannot live where an empath has found their self-esteem. When you find your self-esteem, is the ultimate defeat for the narcissist, Amber Jones. I'm so glad you're shimmying in your cubicle. You're almost free from that, I'm telling you, Amber Jones. Don't worry, right? Express the best as always, Dawn Marie. I knew I was under attack by my partner, but I just learned who the true culprit is. Who's the true culprit, Sochi? And once at my lowest point, I screamed while a wild walk out to the sea. Enough. Exactly. Go to the ocean. Talk to the ocean. Talk to your glass of water. This is the best conductor. I am healed. I am abundant. I am in my purpose. I'm a healer. You talk to your water. We must expand and not shrink. Because you're right, Dawn Marie. We are programmed to shrink because the power game of this overseer narcissist to keep us in spiritual slavery is to not get us to see our power. That's the biggest threat. So they play this illusionist game. Hello, Karen. Greetings to you. Once at my lowest point, you, Chesterfield, you're amazing. You are amazing. I am the most important person in my life. Exactly, Desert Boss. And as you recognize your value to your life, you become of value to the whole community. People feel uncomfortable about our greatness. And if only they knew they could be great too, Dawn Marie. If only they knew they could be great too. You get me? No chemicals in linen and cotton. Lady Promise, you've got a very discerning eye. One love. You know, it's just Jaja guide I and I. You understand what I'm saying? So this is what it is. My presence, oh, is a present. Joanna, say that again. And when the moment you realize that you will not allow yourself to be in places where you're not honored, where you're not respected, where you're not valued, where you're not seen the way you see yourself as a divine being. I'm so sorry, Sochi, your family, immediate dark ones, that's so horrible, right? This is the whole game. You see? So the biggest thing you can do to escape from narcissistic abuse is to begin to call your power back. SWA 461, call your power back. No one can love me more. That's exactly to be appreciated. If you're tolerated, then you're doing that to yourself. Why would you stay somewhere you're tolerated? That's giving away your power. And there's no ego here. This is all from the heart, right? Of giving away your pearl before swine, casting your pearl before swine, as the saying goes. Because you didn't see your value, because everybody around you saw your value and they needed that energy from you. So they triggered you to thinking that your value was nothing when you were the main character. And I say this from a heart-based perspective. Karen, he's trying to brainwash me to still choose him and not want divorce. Gaslighting. 10 years of hell and for nothing. He's pretending he did something good and he didn't. He just caused pain to me and my babies. I'm so sorry, Karen, for you and your babies. But here's the good news. The only reason why you've gone through this, Karen, is so you can wake up to your power. So this narcissist, we thank him for coming into your life, because without this pain, you would not have started to wake up to your power and pull the veil behind you. And the moment you wake up from narcissistic abuse is to wake up from all illusions and connect to purpose. So be in thanksgiving, just dance, be happy for no reason until you're actually happy. From the heart, we bring our true selves. You said health, wealth, and peace. You said it, Lady Promise, Dawn Marie. Only go where I'm celebrated. Exactly. Oh my goodness, Penny Coral. Knocks ruin families because they are ruined. They are demonic entities. They don't like anything good. So their job is to ruin you by making you think you are nothing and a nobody. But it is them who feel like nothing and a nobody. Do you see what I'm saying? I'm awakening, but waiting for the children to awaken too. Don't worry about your children. As long as you're working on yourself psychically, you're connected to them and something happens. Oh, he ruined everything. But out of ruin comes reconstruction, Johanna. Out of chaos comes order. So everything he's ruined was part of the old world. You're now in the new world. You're now in the 5D. So you have to start afresh. And sometimes the divine will destroy everything around you that's connected to the old world so you can build a new world anew and know that everything you have now came straight from the divine within you. Am I making sense? Global. Fake people make the true ones. Oh, Global, I appreciate you so much. Because without fake ones, how will we know? 5D, Dawn Marie, you're too much. Yeah, facts, Penny Coral and Desert Boss, you are the phoenix. You are the phoenix, and so are all of us. Because as you rise, I rise. And this is what it's about. So anyone who wants to, maybe we get a voice or two. If you want to invite yourself, just put your voice in here. I think there's a plus button where you can invite yourself, and you can come in and say a few words if you want, ask a question. But I'm glad it's making sense, right? And global, starting fresh means giving up memories of the past dreams. Exactly. So for many of us, when you're escaping narcissistic abuse, it will seem like you're losing everything and everything is just not working out. Don't worry about that. It's just the universe getting rid of anything and everything that was connected to your previous matrix existence, so that everything you get, came straight from the divine. Was that too straightforward? Because when you lose everything and then you gain it back and it came straight from the divine, it strengthens your connection with the divine within you. You lose your fear of uncertainty. You begin to trust that the divine is always taking care of you. And in that way, when you begin to think like that, you are now creating your heaven on earth. You create your heaven on earth by beginning to see yourself as a divine being, by remaining in gratitude, particularly after you've lost everything. This is how good things start to come to you. Do you see what I'm saying, Gags? That pair is horrible when nothing's working out. It's for a reason, Gags. When nothing is working out, what happens? Your mind will tell you to freak out. But when you're a person of faith, you begin to tell yourself, everything is okay. I am safe. Everything works out for my benefit. Good things always happen to me. All of a sudden, good things will start happening to you. And it will be so surprising you wouldn't even be able to yell praise, because that's the divine showing you, I am the provider of all things. I and I. Somebody tell me if I'm just making this up. I'm just trying to tell somebody something. Know that everything is working for your good, Dawn Marie. This is what it is. I am a living embodiment of the goodness of the divine. When you begin to connect to the divine and say, all my wants and needs are provided by the source, because I am connected to the source, because I am the source, and the source is in me, and the source is me. And if I am the source, how can I not be connected to the source? You cannot not be connected to the source. The only thing that makes you feel like you're not connected to the source is your ignorance of the reality of who you are. And this is what the narcissists bank on. That's why they try to take your power. And your true power is knowing that you are connected to the source of all things, and you are the source because it's within you, and you're connected to the source within. And if you're connected to the source within, how can you lose anything? Hot sauce. Somebody tell me something, Isabel. The price of self-love, self-worth, self-respect, self-acceptance, self-reliance. Oh, yes, lost a lot. Part of the journey, gained a lot too, Isabel. You're speaking like a true bodhicitta. You woke up. So Desert Boss, does a narcissist ever stop and heal and become a better person? Why would you concern yourself with that? That's not your business. Because when you're asking this question, you're still connected to the narcissist and subject to further manipulation. Move on and leave that to the divine. Let them work out your karma. You see what I'm saying? Candy, I'm so glad that you are ascending. It's all working for you good. You get me? You get me? That's a narcissist. It's hard at times. I find myself struggling with being treated bad for being good, exhausted. Honey buns, it means that you're around people you don't need to be around anymore. And you're around people who are making you feel like you're this big when you are the all. So you know what to do. You just have to decide whether you like the illusion better than truth. Chris, stepped into my power. I never looked back. Forever in lion mode, Chris. Lion. This is how you deal with the wickedness in the world. You're a lion, a soldier of courage and compassion. You get me? A soldier of love and compassion. Oh, my people. Somebody tell me something. This is Don't Care by Wizkid. People tell me something. You're right, true. Thank you. Protect my energy. That's exactly Honey Buns. Builds up and builds strength. You see? Larry, I'm so sorry. Vicky, this is all about purpose and winning yourself back and connecting to the I am. The I am is the only thing that's true. You see? You hear that? Blessings falling. He's talking about all the bad things that happened to him and how he overcame them. This is Don't Care by Wizkid. You see? This is what it's about. Everything is within us. Oh, thank you, Wisdom. We are doing this for each other. We are here together. Sochi, they know who they are and choose to be. That's exactly right. And they know who you are too. That's why they target you. You get me? That's why they target you. Treasure Star, what you say? What you saying, Treasure Star? Look, people, the best way to call your power back is to celebrate who you are. Every day, find a reason to celebrate. I don't care how you do it. When you get used to celebrating yourself every day, very soon you have a life worth celebrating. You will never have to take a vacation from your life because you are in purpose and gratitude. Doesn't matter what's going on in the world. What matters is what's going on within I and I. Karen, you said it. So this is the message for you, my dear family, today. This is the message. It's all intentions. Hard to believe it's pure evil. Exactly. I'm in the U.S. I'm in Seattle, Desert Boss. I'm in Seattle. Malia, I finished my knock by yellow rocking and stringing him. Smart. You got your bills paid. I get it. I get it. Chris, I appreciate the passion and constant encouraging message. May the Most High, oh, blessed love, Chris. Jano. You understand? So my family, this is just a brief message for you today. Know that you are worth celebrating, right? And everything that the narcissist did to take away your power is actually where all your power is. So whatever you need to do today to call your power back, whatever you need to do to call your power back, all sources are making. We send love and life forward, and we use the shield for protection. Global, I really appreciate you. I appreciate everybody. Isabel, Global, Malia, everybody. Dawn Marie, Alice, yes, we celebrate. Find a reason to celebrate every day. And when you find a reason to celebrate every day, taking long walks like Malia is saying and so forth, your spirit starts to really treat you like the warrior that you are. And then you start to believe that you're actually a warrior. And when you start to believe you're a warrior, you will do warrior stuff. And you will get the things that warriors deserve. Courageous people. You get me? So I am you, Treasure Star. This is who we are. We are reflections of each other. So I just want to encourage you today that no matter what's going on with you in the middle of narcissistic abuse, almost exiting narcissistic abuse, dealing with the PTSD from narcissistic abuse, dealing with the financial challenges from narcissistic abuse, know that it's all for your good. It's all love. You get me? Because everything is happening for you, not to you. So my people, I leave you with the blessings and peace of the spirit within you, that you are the all. There's no one like you. Let me tell you, there ain't no one. We are victorious. Find a reason to celebrate today, even if it's just dancing for 30 seconds. You get me? Just shimmy, 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 shimmy. Just do it for you. He left you homeless, Treasure Star, and you're gonna get your mansion soon because you believe in miracles, and that miracles tap your creative ability to take action that is aligned to the purpose of the divine within you. So the divine will always provide for you when you are in faith, and faith takes action. So I hope to see you more on what's today, Wednesday. To see you on Friday, but just vibe out, as Fire said. Wishing you peace and light and love. Let us know. Celebrate today, Mother Nature, Raptress, Jah love. You understand? Peace and light. See you on Friday. Thank you, Vicky. One love, one love, one love. Jah know.